9:50 a.m. WEJM, Chicago.
Hey, we're listening to Zelda Robinson on the Gospel Connection. It's WEJM, 9:50 a.m. 9:50.
Good evening and Happy New Year and Happy New You, Chicago, and welcome to the first Sunday of the year as we begin this year, the first Sunday, January 5th, 1997. Yes, congratulations, we made it. And in honor of you telling the world how much you appreciate it, we're going to kick off the 4 o'clock hour with Angela Spivey, the Alabama State Choir, and Hezekiah Walker on 9:50 a.m. WEJM. Here's Douglas Miller. Hezekiah Walker on the Gospel Connection, 9:50 a.m. WEJM. Anyway, you bless me, Lord. I'll be satisfied. Alabama State Choir with My Soul. Got another dip fresh off the wire. I knew you would like that. Oh, yes, I did. Angela Spivey and the Voices of Praise, Voices of Victory. Lift up Jesus. Douglas Miller at the very top with Unspeakable Joy. Good afternoon, good evening, Chicago. How you doing? How you feeling? This first Sunday in January. Doesn't it feel good to be alive? Just stop and say, thank you, Lord. Just for a minute. Just say, thank you, Lord. Praise God. It's 4:21 as we continue with more great gospel. But first, speaking of unspeakable joy, this is unspeakable weather we're having. Can you believe people were outside yesterday in their shorts and T-shirts? Good Lord. Is God good or what? To start the new year out with. Well, tonight won't be as nice. Cloudy and cold. Some snow flurries headed our way down into the 20s. And tomorrow, sunny and cold, still in the same 20s. Right now, at Christ Universal Temple, it's 24 degrees. At Trinity, it's 24 with the Reverend Jeremiah Wright. And on your radio, Zelda Robinson, waiting to share with you some insights from the Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman from Christ Universal Temple. Her theme this morning was Prosperity is Better in 97. And in that, she talks about abundance and prosperity consciousness, and I just want to share that with you. Still to come this hour, Orlando Draper and the Associates, and Diane McMillan and CeCe Winans on 9:50 a.m. WEJM as we continue with Working with Substance with the Reverend Johnny Coleman on 9:50 a.m. WEJM. Talking about prosperity now.
Is true prosperity. True prosperity is a rich state of mind. A rich state of mind. You didn't bring a piece of paper, write on your bulletin, and don't leave the bulletin in the seat. Take it home with you. A rich state of mind is a mind filled with rich ideas. Now you watch it. Filled with rich ideas. Prosperity is a consciousness which recognizes oneness, which means what? Sameness with the infinite mind. Prosperity is a consciousness that does not believe in lack or limitation of any kind. Did you hear that? Prosperity is a consciousness that does not believe in lack or limitation of any kind at any time. Prosperity is the enrichment we gain inwardly. Get it? Inwardly. I'm not talking about this stuff out here. It doesn't come from out there. It comes from where? Within. As within, come on, but so without. Prosperity is the consciousness of abundance that's based on this statement. God is the source of my supply. That's what prosperity is. A consciousness that's based on this principle that says over and over and over again, God is the source of my supply. What does it say? God is the source of my supply. And that means that your job, your husband, your wife, your building, whatever it is you have that you think is your source, it is not. What are these things? Channels. God is the source of my supply. Makes me so independent. Makes me so spiritually arrogant. There's a difference, you know. Arrogancy is arrogancy, I guess, but mine is spiritual arrogancy because I know whom the source is, and I know that if the job ends, I'm not talking about this job. This one can't end with me. We kind of want to get...
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day.
And think straight this morning, no. But if your job ends, that's okay. Because the job is not the source of your supply. God is the source. And if that channel does not work anymore and God's trying to move you to something bigger and better, thank him for it. Walk out with a smile on your face, saying your affirmation, God is the source of my supply. You take over, God. Then he'll lead you to something so big, you have to kind of shake your head and say, is this really me? And he'll answer, no, this is me as you.
AM WEJM singing, I got a feeling. Oh, yes, I do. I got a good feeling that God is so good. C.C. Winans before that, Because of You, and the excerpt from the Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman from Christ Universal Temple with her first sermon of the year on working with substance and a prosperity consciousness. I was so glad to hear that because we don't always think of what it is that we need to know. Sometimes we just need a gentle reminder, and the fact that she reminds us that whatever is going on in our lives, our jobs, or the checks that we get from our employers, our wives, our husbands, or our mates, it's only a channel from which our blessings flow. And that's what I like about it. It's a teaching ministry, and it reminds us of the greatness that we have within us. It's 4:37 on the Gospel Connection. Keep that pen and paper ready because I've got some great news for you. Got some notes. You might want to write them down. And some numbers. I'd like to say hello to the men in Division 9 at Cook County Correctional Center and Miss Sylvia Taylor's health education class. I will see you Tuesday. Oh, yes, I will. And more excerpts coming from the Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman at Christ Universal Temple on 950 AM WEJM as we continue with more great music from Donna Lawrence and the Tri-City Singers. And Grace and Glory, Chicago's own community choir. The request lines are open at 708-895-1400. That's 708-895-1400. If you've got a message you'd like to hear, there's something on your heart, call me and I'll play it for you as we continue. For listening.
Hi, my name is Julie Myrista. I'm with the American Heart Association. and we have been up to our ears in sweetened beverage tax. So I so much appreciated the 5-minute meditation today that allowed me to get back to my center, take a few deep breaths, and really focus on what's important.
Shalom and good God morning. And thank you for joining me today on blogtalkradio.com, The Female Solution. It's your Monday morning mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Mindfulness stress release coach. I'm just here to make your day better.
A message you like to hear, there's something on your heart, call me and I'll play it for you as we continue with Diane McMillan on 950 AM WEJM. And remember, God is